Okay, so we are in Troutman, North Carolina. I just picked up a Bestop Trektop NX fastback top for the JL, the one that doesn't go all the way back. Picked it up off of Facebook Marketplace. It is right there in the back. Anyways, it's raining right now, and we're gonna go ahead and do an install video, which obviously will be after this clip. Chaz, is there anything else that you want to add to the intro?
It's powerful wet outside.
It's so wet outside. I'll flip the camera around.
It's powerful wet.
It's powerful wet, and it's 61 and
61 and raining. It's typical North
not
Carolina.
pleasant.
All right, getting ready to put together soft top. Gotta reshuffle the garage. Any thoughts?
Nope.
Fantastic. A+, thumbs up. All right, putting together the Bestop Trektop 4-door, baby. So it's about 4 hours. We'll see how long it actually takes. Looks like we're gonna need safety glasses, a T40, T8, and T45 Torx drivers, 3mm, 4mm, 5mm Allen wrenches, sockets, socket wrench, wrenches.
Looks like the channel is wider than over here. So we're actually gonna try using the one with the wider channel over here.
Yeah, the wider channel being this one with the smaller little loop on it.
Yeah, we're gonna give that a try.
Okay, so the order that we've got on this guy, we've got the bolt. There's a washer on the outside of this panel right here. There's a plastic bushing facing inwards, like that. Okay, so how we've got it, we've got a bolt, there's a washer, and then on the inside of this panel, there's plastic bushing facing in. Then there's another plastic bushing facing this direction, another washer, and then a nut on the end of that. There we go. Allen key. We're going to do the same thing on this guy. It's going to be bolt, washer, through that guy, I'm going to put plastic bushing through that guy. Then you're going to get another plastic bushing. Zoop. Two plastic bushings. Then we will need a good old washer right there.
Alright, the moment has come. Time to take the hardtop off. Has a hardtop on JK, JL, older, whatever, and you need to take it off, here's a pro strat for you. Leave this open. That way you can bring it right back with the tailgate closed, and you don't have to lift it up anymore. It just comes straight back.
And the B is the right way too.
Yeah, and the B is the right way.
It be the right way. Yeah, those are those Chongo bolts.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot we can do about not scratching the top. I mean, I know we put
We could
like
painter's tape
blue
it.
tape on it before.
If you want me to get that blue tape for you, we got it.
Things I do to not scratch my roll bars anymore than they already are scratched. like a wing type seat.
Yeah.
So we're almost done putting on the door surrounds. You can see there's some blue tape there. That's really just to protect the green paint. And the front ones are pretty tricky to get on. They do take a little bit of massaging, but once they're in place, it's pretty easy.
Yeah, they're not too bad once they get in there.
Yeah. Alright, here's an outside look at the door surrounds. Everything's in place, it's all tightened down. Looks pretty good. Yeah. Now it's time to start putting the soft top on. I take it back. Next step is the tailgate bar holders. Alright, here's one side. This is a very, very easy part to install. It's literally just the one bolt here and that's it.
Alright, next step is putting the bow assembly onto the back of those pieces we just installed. 13mm wrench, 5mm Allen, M8 bolts, and nuts and washers.
Alright, so this bracket is now in place. This is where that top portion of the hardtop is actually going to snap to. Just on the other side of it, there are a bunch of
Snap.
So right now, Chaz is cleaning the hardware, then we're going to tighten it down. Alright, here is that rear bow. Once this is in, we've got to attach the front one. The front one is part of the Sunrider as well. Okay, so the next step is installing this kind of center bow. And you'll notice there's also, it references the mesh panel that we showed earlier, and over here. My understanding is that this is meant to be some sort of a sunshade. Since I had already ordered the color matching alien sunshades, we are gonna skip this portion, but you know, if you want to go ahead and do this, then by all means feel free. But just as an FYI, we are not doing this. Alright, now that that first bow is in, we're gonna do the second one now. And similar to what I mentioned before, we are not doing the mesh panel. If you have it and you want to, feel free, of course. But we are not going to do that, so you're not going to see that footage here. Yeah, so this particular bow is part of the sunshade. That's why it's got this hinge here. So we're going to go ahead and get that installed. Okay, this is the front bow. Like I mentioned, it is part of the Sunrider, so that's why it's got this long bracket, because it's meant to fold back. Alright, so Chaz is tightening down that one bracket down there. Give you an idea of what that looks like. I've got this bracket, and this goes to part of the door surround. And if you hear a lot of wind noise, it's because there is a ton of wind outside.
That's being powerful, gusty.
Yeah, they're like tornado watches nearby, or there were the other day. So you're hearing that. So right now we've got the 3 bows in. We've got the 2 rear ones, and then we've got the front one, which is part of the Sunrider. Alright, so the next step here, we've got to assemble what they call the header/deck assembly. This is, again, part of the whole Sunrider, as you can kind of see here. So we're actually going to be attaching this bracket to the soft top, which is currently not on the Jeep. And then once this is together, we can actually put the soft top on the Jeep and start battening down those hatches.
Okay, try number 2. So you got a bolt and washer through that hole, and we've got a plastic bushing, and we've got the piece right here. I'll stick that bad boy on there.
And you want to make sure that this little thing down here, you want that bump to be towards the inside of your Jeep.
Then we got another washer on there. We got a nut on there.
Alright, so we had a dilemma. And as you can see now, the bracket that we have is actually above the boat link, which means that the Sunrider cannot flip back. So what we're doing right now is moving that bracket to be underneath of this little link arm. The instructions are kind of unclear about this.
A little bit confusing.
Yeah, they're a little bit confusing. I mean, we're not gonna go back in time and redo all of that footage we took, but we will tell you now, we don't know where we went wrong, but somewhere we did go wrong, and this is how we fix it.
It must have been the diagram upside down or something.
Yeah, we're not sure, but in any case, this is how it is supposed to be, because obviously if that bracket is blocking the bow arm, the Sunrider can't go up.
So once you get that, once we fix the bow placement, got that back in, then you put these two bolts in here, and the two washers, like she's doing over there.
Yep. Alright guys, we have another dilemma. So we moved the bow arm below the bracket, which is all well and good, but it turns out our bow arms, our link arms, are actually on the wrong side. See how there's this little dip here? Well, ours dip up, which means we need to swap them. So we are gonna go ahead and do that now. Yay!
After much trial and tribulation, we finally got them on the right side. A, make sure that your bracket that attaches to the piece of the top here is on the bottom.
The door surround.
Yeah, door surround. And then this piece is gonna go on this side. See, we have the bump out down. This is the passenger side of the Jeep. Bump out is down, little bit is down. This piece over here is going to go behind, right there.
And also keep in mind, there's this little nub right over here. This must face towards the inside of the Jeep.
Toward the inside.
Yeah, so the other side is already on and tightened down and in the correct orientation. So we're gonna take care of this one. And then we can attach the bimini top to the second bow. This one back here.
Alright, so finally got those bows in the right spot. This is what it looks like. So we've got the bow going above the bracket there with his little dimple going down. Then we've got that little guy going down. We've got the last little bolt and two bare bushings right there. Nut, and then that guy. Same on the other side. Yep. Okay. A to Z.
Okay.
The next part here we got to do is with the Velcro pieces. So they are these larger squares. We're going to wrap around that last bar over there, about 3.5 inches in, and then evenly spaced. And they wrap around. There's the hook section on the bottom, and then the loop. So two sides to it. There's the hook portion, and then there's the loop portion. So we're going to have the hook wrapping around the outside, so that you'll have that matching up with the top. And they kind of show that there. That's it on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Alright, next step is reach around underneath and get all those snaps in. We got 2 snaps for the panel, 2 snaps, 2 snaps, 2 snaps, and 2 snaps. Alright, so the next part to come back, those parts in the back are settling a little bit. But the next part to go on is that back bow, and you want to tuck this Velcro around for the hooks first, and then we're going to bring the loops down and around there. Same thing goes for that front panel, or the front bow. We're going to do the same, bring the loops under there, and then put the hooks under there, and then bring the loops down. Alright, so that's back on there. The trick I found was to start in the middle with the Velcro and then work your way out. It worked a lot better. Alright, time to put the rear panel on. Okay, so that is on now. Got all the different sides tucked away, pushed in. Then on the back here,
up in there. There's a small little hook right about in the center next to that nut. And that needs to go around that pole.
So here we go. I've got the side panel on. I'm going to put the back panel and the other side on. Then we're going to strap it down. So to get the top in, you got to pull the Velcro back here. There's a little gap right, a little channel right there that you put everything into. And then we're going to put that zipper in and zip it about 2 inches down. So that's the instruction, about 2 inches down. Yeah, we're a little bit below 2 inches, that's fine. And then we're going to slide the tailgate bar into the bottom channel. So if we look in here, it's got that bottom channel that it'll slide across.
All right, soft top is on. Looks pretty good.